Do you really need life insurance? Or is it just another way for companies to sell you fear? Here's the truth. Most people either skip life insurance completely or buy the wrong type. Both mistakes can destroy families financially. Over the next 8 minutes, we're cutting through the myths, the marketing, and the confusion. By the end, you'll know exactly whether life insurance is worth it for you, how much you need, and how to avoid the traps that cost people thousands. Let's bust the most dangerous myths. Myth number 1. I don't need life insurance if I'm young. Wrong. Accidents and illnesses don't wait for retirement. Plus, this is the cheapest time to buy. Locking in a low premium now could save you thousands later. Myth number 2. It's only for parents. Even singles need protection. Got debt? Loans co-signed by parents? Someone you'd leave behind with bills? Life insurance prevents that. Myth number 3. My job provides insurance, so I'm covered. The average employer policy is only 1 to 2 years of salary. If you make $60,000, that's $60,000 to $120,000. Sounds big, until you realize mortgages, education, and basic expenses eat that up in months. Plus, you lose it if you switch jobs. Myth number 4. It's too expensive. The cost of term life is often less than a Netflix subscription. The problem isn't cost, it's priorities. Now, which of those myths do you secretly believe? Be honest with yourself. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Life insurance isn't about you. It's about the people you love. Think about your family without you. Rent or mortgage is still due. Kids still need food, clothes, school fees. Funeral costs hit, averaging over $10,000. I've seen families crowdfunding funerals on GoFundMe because there was no plan. I've seen spouses forced to sell homes within months of losing a partner. Life insurance is a love letter. It says, even if I'm not here, I've got you. Pause for a second and picture it. If you were gone tomorrow, what financial hole would your loved ones fall into? We often think of life insurance as paperwork, numbers, contracts, but what it really provides is peace of mind. Imagine your spouse never having to work 2 jobs just to make ends meet. Imagine your kids being able to stay in the same school, surrounded by their friends, instead of being uprooted. That peace of mind? That's priceless. Mini reflection. Close your eyes and think. If you weren't here, would your family be okay tomorrow, next month, next year? I once met a widow who told me, we lost him on Monday. By Friday, I was already talking to banks about selling the house. That's not just financial devastation. It's emotional trauma multiplied. Another family had a policy in place. The difference? Instead of panicking, the spouse could focus on grieving and healing. The mortgage, covered, the kids, secure. The emotional difference is night and day. The question is, which story would you rather your family live? This is where the emotional side gets real. The truth is, not having life insurance often leaves behind guilt. I've heard people say, if only we planned sooner, if only we had taken that policy.
That guilt doesn't just haunt the one left behind, it weighs on the children too. But taking action today is a way of saying, I refuse to leave my loved ones with regret. I refuse to leave them struggling. Life insurance isn't just financial protection, it's emotional protection against guilt and regret. Think about the milestones you may not be there for: graduations, weddings, first homes. Life insurance ensures that even in your absence, you're still present, you're still providing, still supporting, still showing up. Your policy becomes more than a contract. It becomes your legacy. It becomes your way of saying, I will be there, no matter what. So ask yourself this: what kind of legacy do you want to leave? One of struggle or one of security? Here's where confusion destroys people: the type of policy. Term life, coverage for 10, 20, or 30 years. Simple, affordable, pure protection. If you pass in that time, your family gets paid. No payout if you outlive it. Think of it like renting coverage. Whole life, coverage for your entire life with a savings component called cash value. Sounds great, right? Here's the truth. For most people, it's overpriced. You'll pay 5 to 15x more for the same coverage. That's why insurance companies push it so hard. Universal life, flexible but complicated. Can act as both insurance and investment, but comes with higher fees and risks. Now, let me give you examples. Case 1. A 30-year-old dad with a mortgage and 2 kids. Term life is a no-brainer. Cheap, simple, matches his responsibility window. Case 2. A wealthy business owner who's already maxed out investments and wants tax advantages. Whole life can work here. Case 3. A single 25-year-old with no dependents probably doesn't need much insurance at all, maybe just enough to cover funeral costs. See the difference? Life insurance isn't one size fits all. It's about aligning with your reality. Now let's answer the million-dollar question. How much coverage is enough? Here's a quick formula: 10 times your annual income. Add enough to cover debts, mortgage, loans. Add future expenses, like college for kids. Example, if you make $60K, owe $200K on a mortgage, and want $100K per kid for college, you're looking at around $1 million in coverage. Sounds huge, but here's the shocker. A healthy 30-year-old can get $1 million in term coverage for about $30 to $40 a month. That's one dinner out. Now, compare that with what happens if you don't have coverage. Your family scrambling, selling assets, starting over from zero. Which cost is greater? Here are the real traps that nobody warns you about. Not buying enough coverage. Your family can't live on a year or 2 of your salary. Waiting too long. Every year you wait, premiums rise. And if health issues pop up, some policies become unavailable. Buying the wrong policy. Many are oversold whole life when term was better. Canceling early. Life gets tough, money gets tight, people cancel. And when tragedy strikes, the family has nothing. Trusting only employer coverage. Remember, jobs change, coverage doesn't follow you. The sad reality? Most GoFundMe funerals come from these mistakes. Let's be clear, not everyone needs it. If you're single, debt-free, and no one relies on you, you might just need a small policy. If you're married, have kids, or aging parents depending on you, life insurance is not optional. If you're wealthy with enough assets to self-insure, you may not need much coverage. The key is responsibility. Who would be financially hurt if you were gone?
So, do you really need life insurance? The truth is, it's not about death. It's about life. It's about protecting futures, keeping families in their homes, putting kids through school, and giving your loved ones breathing room when life hits hardest. Life insurance is not a burden. It's not a scam. It's a choice. A choice that says, I care enough to protect you, even if I'm not here. Don't buy out of fear. Don't ignore it out of denial. Buy it out of love, vision, and responsibility. And if you found this valuable, check out my video on 5 insurance mistakes that could cost you thousands. It'll show you exactly what to avoid.